Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer, featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Megs, and it's Thursday, so let's get cracking!
Release the Kraken.
Cracking Thursdays, powered by Coors Light.
Don't forget your sploosh.
Oh, he's
Sploosh.
back.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. No, sploosh. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Travis and Kent. Travis, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Hey, take that hockey seat.
Yeah, and those skates and the mask and the pads, and those are the things that they use, right? All right.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Fine. For those playing at home, Travis will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Travis, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Brown, powdered, and granulated are all types of what common kitchen item?
Sugar.
Yes. What was the most recent portable console that Nintendo released?
Switch.
Yes. Jenny McCarthy and Carmen Electra were both hosts on what MTV game show?
Remote control.
No. Ooh, good one, though.
Pass.
For how many years does a replicant live in the movie Blade Runner?
2,
No.
3, 4.
No. 4, yes. The Comedy of Errors was which playwright's shortest play?
Shakespeare.
Yes. Emma Bunton was which Spice Girl?
Spice. Sporty.
No.
Pass.
Hello. What song was the Beach Boys' first #1 Billboard hit?
Surfing USA.
No.
Pass.
The TV show Legends of Tomorrow premiered in 2017 on what network?
Fox.
No.
ABC.
No. Billy Ocean saying, "Get out of my dreams, get into my what?"
Car.
Yes. In what recent year did Rutger Hauer pass away?
Oh, look at you.
2019.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct. And I'm glad you noticed that a little bit there.
Yeah, all Blade Runner all the time.
Well, not all the time, but there's a couple there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a little theme.
Yeah, well, it wasn't necessarily a theme, more like a Bob Ross happy accident.
Oh, so you didn't even plan that?
No, I was actually looking up
Oh.
a different thing, and I saw him, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Hey, Steve, are you ready?
Release the Kraken.
Nice. Brown, powdered, and granulated are all types of what common kitchen
You'll
item?
never get this.
Cocaine.
No.
Sugar.
Yes.
All right, fine.
What was the most recent portable console that Nintendo released?
Switch.
Yes.
Oh, dang it.
Jenny McCarthy and Carmen Electra were both hosts on what MTV game show?
Singled out.
Yes.
I love that show.
For how many years does a replicant live in the movie Blade Runner?
How many years have I been playing? 5 years.
No.
6 years.
No.
9 years.
No.
No.
The Comedy of Errors was which playwright's shortest play?
Hamlet?
No.
Shakespeare.
Yes.
Hamlet had a great play. He was a great playwright.
Emma Bunton was which Spice Girl?
Baby Spice.
Yes.
Yes.
What song? What song was the Beach Boys' first #1 Billboard hit?
California Girls.
No.
Oh, man. I don't know. Pet Sounds.
No.
California Dreamin'.
No.
Wow.
That is
That's
not
not
them.
them,
Yeah.
no.
The TV show Legends of Tomorrow premiered in 2017
Help me, Rhonda?
on what network? No.
What was the question?
The TV show Legends of Tomorrow premiered in 2017 on what network?
Netflix.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You lose 6-5.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Oh, you got stuck on the Beach Boys and couldn't let it go.
I couldn't let it
I
go.
didn't want to let it go.
No,
Hey,
you didn't.
congratulations, Travis.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a winner, and so are we.
Well, you are.
Yeah,
Because Steve's a loser.
that's right. It's about time. Recognize. The truth be told.
Good old Static X.
Yeah.
Appreciate this one.
No problem, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Travis was a Blade Runner fan. Well, at least he was able to guess that it is 4 years that a replicant lives.
Oh, dang it.
I just watched the movie, just read the graphic novel, and I wouldn't have been able to answer that.
Really?
I'm an idiot. I'm like, wow, how do I not know this?
See, I want to go back and watch it and then 2049. I mean, it'll be a long, long time.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
I did that over the holidays.
All right. So you took
yeah.
basically the entire holidays to
Yeah,
do that.
it was good. It was really, it was good to see.
Right on.
It is a dated movie, though. It's pretty odd just how dated it is, even though it was cool.
Yeah. You know, obviously, which network Legends of Tomorrow premiered on.
That would be the C-Dub.
Yep, the CW.
Yep.
That's where all them superhero shows are on.
All of the very emotional superhero shows. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Does anybody know the Beach Boys' first Billboard #1 hit?
I do believe it's "I Get Around."
Good job. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
And if I'm not mistaken, it might be their only one. I don't
have no
think
idea
they've
on that
had
one.
any. I think that was the only one that went right to #1, if I'm not mistaken. I might be, but yeah. And "I Get Around," well, that's not what everybody thinks of. You think of
Round,
fun,
round,
T-Bird song, Surfing USA,
Yeah.
Damn.
Kokomo, all that stuff, and it was "I Get Around."
Definitely not Kokomo.
No, Kokomo's.
That's John Stamos era, right?
It really.
That was a top song for them, though.
Dude, it was a huge song.
Yeah, so it's.
I remember them
John
playing it
Baker.
on Full House.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
That
how
was a
about
long
that?
time ago, too.
I know. Not too. Yeah.
Sorry you lost, Steve.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Stevie. There you go. I'm not sorry, though. Well, TikTok, man. TikTok is now our life, right? I mean, everybody's on there. A woman's on TikTok. She's going viral because she shared a story where she told her personal trainer what her true fitness goal was.
The first time I ever saw a personal trainer, she asked me to tell her my fitness goals, and I was like, Brittany, I'm going to be honest. I would like to have sex with the lights on. And she was like, can you get more specific? And I was like, and with another person.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
Yeah, I mean, because I look when I'm by myself, I can have it I can lights on, lights off. You know what? I'm not fussy.
It's funny that people will have their own ridiculous, what others will view as ridiculous, but they have their own reasons for getting healthy or getting fit, and it's like whatever the reason is, as long as you're doing what you do, that's great.
It does sadden me though, because I've never understood that. Like, if I'm with you and I want to have sex with you, I don't understand why that isn't enough for you to realize that you're attractive enough that here's proof. Somebody's right there in the bed with you ready to go, and you're like, don't see me, don't look at me. I mean, I get that people have that, but I'm like, it's too bad you can't see that I find you so attractive that I want to see you with the lights on right now because I'm here. I'm
Maybe they're just saying that, but they really don't want to see you naked. So they're like, I'll turn the lights off.
okay. I can go with that.
That's a tactful way of doing it.
Yeah, that's a very good point. If that is that may be the case pretty much with anybody that was with me.
Yeah, I mean, people just beat themselves up over the, and it's so unfair to yourself. But for some, people will do it. I just think that's a funny reason, though.
Yeah, motivation is motivation, but it does sadden me because I think from a mental health standpoint, it's like a roadblock for you really digging yourself, thinking you're an okay person, and it sucks, man. I don't want anybody to have to go through that.
If no one has any self-esteem issues, like, don't worry, BJ would have sex with you.
Okay, that's not exactly a good a selling point because some people's self-esteem goes down if they think I'm the only candidate they have.
Oh, my bad. I must have misunderstood what you were talking about.
Yeah, you don't really think that's going to be a
That's
self-esteem.
my fault.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on now. I mean, some people might actually just lose their will to live at that point.
But besides, TV, movies, media, internet, newspapers, magazines, I don't know where we get these self-esteem issues.
No, right?
Well, it's an interesting thing, Vicky, because a lot of times we blamed a particular gender, and now information is coming out that it's like everybody. It's not just like one gender responsible for another gender feeling that way. So, yeah, something's got to be done. I mean, something is being done. I think we're seeing a lot more representation of all people of all shapes and sizes. It's so, and everybody's doing what they're doing. So I think that's cool.
We've had the conversation. I brought it up because, sometimes we'll both be hard on ourselves. Like, I feel heavy or I feel this or that. And I'm just like, when Tatum's old enough to understand what the hell we're saying, we got to pump the brakes on that. Like, I don't want her to think that that's just like that isn't something that she needs to like be consumed about. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that we're gonna be able to stop someone thinking like that because, like you said, mainstream media and just everything is out there, just constantly giving people their own sense of issues and stuff. But like in the house, I don't want her to like get that vibe from us because I just don't think that's a good way for her to start her life. You know, and her mindset.
That shocks me.
Why?
Well, I mean, you are basically quoting a pretty powerful part of Brene Brown's book, Daring Greatly.
I told you she steals all of her best stuff from me.
I am really shocked. Does your wife like to read?
Yeah, because it means she doesn't have to talk to me. Of course she does. She reads a lot.
Well, I would, Steve, honestly, get her that book because she preaches that and she goes
Bro,
into massive detail.
I got to get her an ice cube maker, and now I got to buy her a book too. What do you want from me?
I'm
not made of money.
I don't know if you want your daughter to be raised right, dude. You're absolutely right. A lot of times, I mean, in that book, she talks about parents don't tell your kids anything. They're only watching you anyway and seeing how you be. Your words mean nothing. It's your actions that mean everything.
Right. If I'm like in the mirror looking, going, I feel fat. I'm this. I'm this. I'm this. Even though I'm not saying it to her, she's hearing that, and I don't want her to hear that. Yeah,
and I mean, and that's pretty powerful because I used to think all we had to do was just tell our kids what to do and that'd be fine, but it was the actions, and boy, my actions I think did not teach my kids well at all. So that's good stuff, dude. You're kind of ahead of the game. I just felt like she probably wouldn't listen to you because what spouse listens to the other spouse? But if you have a book that has all this stuff in there, you know it's more credibility. No spouse ever listens to another spouse and you go, here's what I think.
Well, I'm working on trying to make sure that we're good parents. Brainwashing my child already with hockey and wrestling.
Okay, well, part of it.
Self-esteem. Oh, yeah. These are the three important things.
Yeah, part of your stuff is good. I don't know about the hockey thing.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Whatever it is you want to talk about, we're here for you, man. And just remember, though, you got to follow one of Steve's rules.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you will be gone, and we'll have to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Some people are talking about some of the stuff that were earlier. We were talking about reading diaries, if it was a good idea or not, if you had the access to be able to read somebody in your life's diary. And someone said, I went through my ex's diary, and she had all the people that she slept with, and also the sizes of all their units and kissing abilities compared.
Oh,
that sounds like a fascinating read.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? She, I like it. She's organized.
How many pages do you think?
Depends how descriptive she is with these things.
Some are probably short, some are probably long.
That's true. Do you think there's like a section of the diary that she just put that information statistically, or is it like you just have to surf through the entire diary to be able to find information about the dongs and the kissing ability?
That is a good question. Like, she might have saved the back. Like, I know when I used to take notes, they tell you save the back pages for all your statistics.
Yeah.
So maybe she would just list everybody on the back page and go, oh, there's Jimmy. Yeah, and then you got the long list and the short list, like Danny said.
All right, now, what if you're not with this person anymore, but you're listening to the show and you're like, I know exactly who that is, and you know that you're in the book. Would you want to know where you rated?
Well,
Danny's nodding yes.
I would want to know for sure.
I think you kind of, if you know averages and you know what life is like, you kind of know where you're rated. But then again, it would be nice to know if you were like the best of the best.
Right. Like, how was I in the sea of men that you've been with? Like,
yeah.
where did I rate?
Yeah.
I kind of would want to know, too, I think.
How disappointing would it be, though, if you think you're toting around some action and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, no, I'm not. She was able to go a lot deeper in that pool.
Humbling. I would be like, all right, I got it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would just be like, all right, I guess I'm not
Time. Get back to the gym. We got to start putting on some more weight on the bench.
Yeah, really? Oh, yeah? You can do something about that at the gym? No. I would join that gym.
Yeah, the pull-up bars. You hang from that.
Oh, I had no idea. The gym really should advertise that straight away. I even would get me to go.
Well, when you go in there, just say, can I hear about the gym after dark plans? And then they'll tell you.
The gym after dark.
I was even just thinking about the kissing part, though. Like, Not even about like the part down the pants and stuff, but like how would you rate amongst the other people that they've kissed?
Oh, unfortunately, my wife took me to kissing school, so I knew I was not good.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Danny doesn't know this story?
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, dude, he went to kissing school and it was in the paper.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that's when I went to war with the papers because we were at a kissing school and it's a pretty private situation where this teacher is going to teach you how to kiss, and my wife was like, "We should go to this," and I'm like, "Well, I don't have any complaints about you, so apparently you must think I need to go to this. Okay, fine."
And what was this, about 15 or so years ago? Maybe longer?
It was. Yeah. And I was relatively new in town, and I thought, okay, I when the paper was there, I was like, whoa, but nobody would agree to get their picture taken. All the folks said, "You're not going to take my picture and let everybody know I don't know how to kiss." So I said, "Look, I'll do it, but look, I host a radio show," and I told them my name. "Please mention the station if you will, then I'd be glad to let you take my picture for your story." And they did not. They didn't even mention anything about the radio, and that's when I said, "You know what? You guys can kiss something else."
They did put your radio name in the article because I'm looking at it right now, and it says, "Kathy and BJ Shea have been married 18 years. Attending the workshop was Kathy's idea, but BJ went along with it. While he was somewhat skeptical, he said he supports his wife and, quote, benefits wholly from her interest."
But Steve, nobody knew who I was back then, so I really needed them to mention the radio station.
That's a good point.
Yeah, nobody knew who the hell BJ Shea was, so it was a beating. I was not happy. And do you have the timeline on it? Was it over 15 years ago?
Let's see. This article, 2003.
Yeah, you're about right.
Whoa.
Yeah,
July of 2000. I'm trying to see if there's pictures, but I'm not seeing any pictures.
I was right. My mug was right in the front of that picture.
Yeah, on this archived Seattle Times story, I'm not finding the picture. It just has the text.
Yeah.
Which is too bad. It goes, "Lip service, kissing school teaches the art of the sublime smooch."
Yeah. Well, there I was.
So did it work?
My wife now lives in California, so
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going with that story.
It's a woman in Vashon Island. That's the one that was that started this kissing school. I wonder if that school even is going on right now.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Everyone's trying to find their way to do something. So I wonder if she moved on to other schools, if you know what I mean.
She's probably retired now. She's 54 back in 2003.
Oh, she was? Oh, yeah, she's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Now, we were also talking about urinating on electric fences.
Oh, yeah.
Today.
It's just been a great day today.
It has been. Somebody says, my grandma used to wrap bacon around the electric fence, protecting the honeybees from the black bears.
She used to wrap... Oh.
So the bears would try and eat the bacon and get zapped?
Yeah.
Huh.
And they would just probably stay away from the whole joint, is I guess what she's hoping.
Wow, yeah. Apparently it's called baiting your fence. And yeah, it's effective against bears because bears don't care about the electric fence. They'll just walk through it.
How many hours do you have to put into it to become a master at baiting your own fence?
Well, I mean, it's 10,000 hours there?
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, but you do it with peanut butter, bacon grease, or just bacon.
And so they'll walk through the fence because they don't care about the initial shock. But for some reason, when they try to get the peanut butter, they're getting shocked to hell. And they're just like, I'm not going near here anymore. Is that the idea?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Good
All
answer.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for that. Because if they walk through the electric fence, it's like, wow, even the fence doesn't bother bears unless you can just get them to grab onto it for a long period of time.
It's because they're going to go for the food, and it shocks a more sensitive area like the nose or the mouth area.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. Well, I got to remember that when I'm, fighting bears in the wilderness.
when you're baiting with bears?
Yeah. I'm baiting.
Someone said I touched an electric fence by accident. There were no signs to tell me that it was live. My heart was pounding for the next 24 hours.
Whoa.
It's like
that'll happen to
bang.
you. Yeah, right.
Another person said I had a friend who was petting a horse on the opposite side of an electric fence. He touched the fence with his tricep, which then shocked the horse, which jumped and ran away. We thought he got kicked by a horse for a couple of seconds, LOL. So he just got zapped and went flying.
Oh, man, that electric fence nonsense. Yep. I don't need it. I don't need it in my life. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Brian in DuPont, you are on the Rock.
Brian.
Hello, Brian.
This is Brian. So last Friday, I turned 50. I've been married for 29 years. I've always wanted a Harley. My wife never would want me to get one. I walked into the Harley dealership and drove out with a new Harley. Didn't tell her a word.
How'd that go?
So I didn't tell her on my birthday, of course, because I didn't want to ruin that.
Yeah.
But I had to keep sneaking around, telling her I was going for walks, and I'd jump on my Harley and go for a ride.
How long did that go on? How did you do that for a week, 2 weeks, a month?
3 days.
4 days. 3 days. Okay.
Yeah, because unfortunately she ended up getting the insurance bill.
Oh.
Before I could hide it. She's like, well, and I traded my car on it too, so she's wondering, where's your car?
I'm into walking
Wow.
now. Like, screw cars. I want to walk everywhere.
Dude, you that is pretty epic. So how did she take it when she found out that you went and did it, then you lied about it, you hid it? I mean, this doesn't go over well.
Well, she calls it my death trap.
Oh, there you go.
And for 2 days or so, she wouldn't talk to me. I was in the doghouse. She doesn't like me bringing up the bike at all, but it's kind of okay now.
Would you say
I like how it's kind of okay now because she's not really saying a whole lot to you, but you know she's pissed.
Oh, yeah. She hints around.
Man, I don't feel bad about ordering a T-shirt without my wife knowing anymore.
You know, Steve, you got that guy. Did you know how to ride at all? Did you ever ride before getting this Harley?
Years ago, 20-some years ago, I rode, yeah, but it's been a long time.
Well, at least you have some experience. I mean, if this was the first time you'd ever ridden a bike and how old are you?
50.
Oh, 50, yeah. So
I just turned 50, yeah.
Yeah, that would have. I think that would have tripped me out too. If all of a sudden it's like you've never done this before, but if you've done it before, hopefully she can find some solace in that. And you've been waiting a long time, and you know it's an interesting thing, man. Some people do that. They go, you know what? I'm gonna do what I want to do, but I'm not gonna be confrontational about it and try to hide it as long as you can. I could never be that guy. I would never be able to. I would fight like hell to get what I want, and I would make it a beating, and finally I'd get what I want. But I could never go behind somebody's back like that. Not for something as big of a purchase as that.
That's not me either. That's what surprises me.
Damn.
When I was walking out, I was like, what the hell did I just do?
That's
I traded
hilarious.
my car on a bike.
Well, dude.
So, hey, now that you've had it, you were in the doghouse, you kind of got past that. Was it all worth it?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. I jump on that bike every day after work, and I ride it for about 30 minutes or so. It's well worth it.
Well, hopefully she can realize how important it is to you, dude. I mean, I know she's afraid that you're going to get hurt, but you know what, man? A lot of people ride and don't get hurt at all. So hopefully she can figure that out.
To show her anger, at one point she threatened to take wood down and set it on fire under my bike.
Okay, then. She is really pissed. Okay. Well, appreciate the call, Brian. Hopefully you and the bike are still alive in a week.
And fingers crossed you hit that 30th wedding anniversary.
Yeah. Wow.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer, featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Everything is better electrified. like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
You know, I'm glad we can take this time for ourselves.
I know, me too. It's nice going on new adventures, experiencing new things, and creating new memories again. I missed you when you seemed lost in your gambling.
Well, I'm back and ready to visit new places and see new sights. Oh, and try new foods.
Yes, new foods.
If gambling is creating a problem for you, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Oh, this text is it's inspired by the last conversation we had with that caller about him buying a Harley Davidson without his wife knowing. So they were wondering, this is going to be a good topic. What major purchase have you hid from your partner, if any?
Ooh. Boy, it's been a while. Usually board game purchases.
Yeah. I mean, some of my T-shirt ones were given to me by my friends.
Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, it's not even, it's more just like, okay, I don't want to. She's not going to get really mad about it. It's just more of those like, I don't want to deal with the eye rolling kind of a thing. I'm like, I swear, the band gave me this shirt.
That's kind of about where I'm going to be if I don't get something specific for my birthday. I've already kind of hinted that I want this very expensive wearable Infinity Gauntlet, and if I don't get it on my birthday, I'm going to buy it for myself.
So the pressure's on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's not cheap. It's like $300. So,
whoa!
Yeah.
Yes.
But I could wear it, and the gems are removable. This thing is fantastic.
I did just purchase a custom bomber jacket with my name on the back of it for my wrestling attire.
What?
Yes. Not yet. No, it was not only, but it was $50. I still haven't sprung that information. I figure I'll wait until it shows up.
But that's for your like when you do your gigs, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know if I was. It's this giant Steve Miggs on the back of it.
Oh yeah,
that looks amazing.
That's fantastic.
I'm very excited about this.
You can tell.
Yeah, you got. I mean, but that's for your job.
Oh yeah, I'm paying the bills with my wrestling, BJ.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, well. Then I guess you're right. I was trying to help out.
I'll wear it at work, and then it is for the job.
Totally. Oh, there we go. Because that will, that looks perfect at work. In case anybody forgets who you are.
Exactly. When eventually I start bringing in people from work again, I start to work into that phase of having coworkers back again. They might have forgot who we are.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've got this jacket to be able to go, hey, you know what? You don't have to worry about not knowing my name. It's right in the back.
It's right in the back. So when I'm at the urinal, they know who's peeing.
That's also true. And then it also serves enough to let them know that you're good with being body slammed.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can touch me if you want.
What?
Flag that.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said I bought half a cow and didn't ask. Got in trouble, but hey, meat in my mouth, so it's worth it.
Half a cow.
Bought half a cow.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of meat.
Whoa, that is a lot of meat, yeah.
And a lot of money depending on where you go and what kind of cow you get.
Is it?
Yeah, because we got a deal on ours, but overall it's like at least
a Groupon to negotiate?
Well, no, we knew my aunt was the one who bred the cow.
Oh, okay.
So my aunt gave us a discount, but overall it's at least over $1,000 for a full cow. And that's
for the cow meat.
For the cow meat, everything, because you have to pay for the butcher, then you have to pay for the guy who actually slaughters the cow, you pay for the actual cow, so it adds up.
It's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people getting money.
A lot of people getting their hands on that cow.
But how much does that feed you for? Like, how long does that last?
It could last you a full year, depending on how big your family is.
That's not a bad deal.
No.
All right, as long as the meat keeps, that's all that matters.
Yummy.
One texter says guns mostly. It's always an interesting conversation when she finds them from Derek. Just say someone gave them to you.
Yeah, and I don't know if Derek is a collector or he just likes shooting different kind of guns, but that hobby can be up there. That can be up there for an expense, no doubt about it. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Oh, yeah, this person has a good... I just came across a list of the 10 most surprising TV deaths, and I was curious what you guys think. I think I'm on the same line as Steve, and it's Charlie from the TV show Lost. Yes, that's mine.
You know,
was a kind of surprise one, yeah.
And it's funny. I just pulled the list up in front of me here, and Charlie's not on there.
I'm not happy about that.
I wonder why, because that was really I mean, a lot of us were just like, oh no, not Charlie. Now maybe because of how Lost ended, or is it over 10 years? I can't remember. I know it's over 10 years since it premiered, but when was the last episode of Lost? Is it just that people don't care anymore?
I don't know.
Because I'm looking at some of the things on this list, and frankly, I think that the Charlie death ranks up there with some of these and should be on this list.
That was such a shocking moment. I think because you're like, oh, he's no longer dealing with his heroin stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, that was a big one. I think number one, yeah, a lot of you may not have seen this, but for the people that were fans of this show, and it's become quite a joke because it seems like every time this actor, it seems like they kill this actor off who's a really good actor, and you go, oh my gosh, I'm going to watch this show based on this actor, and then they end up killing him off. And this was from Game of Thrones, where we thought this is a show featuring Sean Bean. And, he was in Lord of the Rings, and this is another fantasy show with dragons and whatever. We thought, oh, Sean Bean is going to be the star of this show. No, he's not.
Well, he was.
Did they kill everyone off?
Kind
but
of, yeah.
We didn't know. I mean, unless you read the book, Steve, you didn't know this was Game of Thrones' thing. You just didn't realize this is what George R.R. Martin did. Yeah, Ned Stark. I mean, it was like, wow, he's a big star, and he did. Okay, now what do I do? And it didn't end there. No, it didn't.
Ooh, how about Valerie? Is that one on there? Valerie and then they eventually changed the show to Hogan Family?
No, that's not on there either. Though there is a sitcom on there with a female star that that made number 10 on this list.
Oh, it's got to be Roseanne.
Yeah, and it's only because she was an idiot. I mean,
the Valerie when I was a kid, of course, is like an 80s sitcom, so I know that's like not.
Nobody knows who you're. I mean, if anybody knows Valerie, I'd be surprised.
It had 6 seasons, man. So it started off as the show was called Valerie, and then she got into like a contract dispute behind Valerie Harper and decided not to come back. So then when the show came back, they killed her off in a car crash.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden you're like, what the hell is going on? So then they called it Valerie's Family, and then they were like, well, screw that. We're not even giving her any acknowledgement.
No, she's done.
So then it became the Hogan Family.
Yeah, just like Roseanne's now the Connors. They're just like, screw that.
Yeah.
We're taking it. You're completely done. No, she did not get in there, unfortunately. No Valerie. Bill Hendrickson in Big Love. Never watched the show. I heard it's a good show, but I never watched it. So he's number 2 on the list for the most surprising deaths. Number 3, again, Charlie, I think, should be ahead of this. I know it's a great show. I watched it, and the Maria LaGuardia character was definitely a very shocking death on Dexter. But I feel like more people watch Lost.
Ooh, someone brought up a good point. Technically, Charlie was dead the whole time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, now we're going into
the whole thing of whether it's like purgatory or whatever.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Just in case you were wondering, the last episode of Lost premiered May of 2010.
Gosh.
The last episode. So it's over 11 years ago that ended. That could be why Charlie's not on the list. It could be that a lot of people just don't even remember or care.
Ooh, how about Kenny from South Park?
Was that really shocking?
No.
Considering how many times he's died,
right? I think the second or third time you were like, yeah, that's funny. Though they don't kill him nearly as much anymore.
He used to be every episode. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Nope. You guys remember Susan Ross from Seinfeld?
Oh, that was she was engaged to George, and she stamps. Spoiler alert.
That was kind of a shocking death because it was the toxic stamps that did her in.
And it was a silly sitcom. You weren't expecting anyone to be killed off on that show.
Right.
And here's the thing, man. It's another one of those Valerie moments where it was a problem. I guess Jason Alexander said, who played Costanza, said they killed her off because she was tough to work with, the actor, Heidi Swedberg. So that's why they ended up killing her off with the stamps, because nobody wanted to work with her anymore. Maude Flanders of The Simpsons was a shocker.
How bad of an actress or actor do you have to be that they're like, you know what, we don't want to deal with you. We're just going to kill you off.
Yeah, dude. And
it seems kind of like a Larry David thing, though, to do.
Screw it. Kill her off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. It's like, wow, you're on one of the most successful shows ever, and you can't figure that out. Okay, you guys never watched Nurse Jackie, but yes,
Nope.
the Jackie character, that was a shock. We didn't expect that to happen.
So the show just ends at that point, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody watch Boardwalk Empire besides me?
Nope.
Okay, then Jimmy and Nucky are not going to mean a thing to you.
No idea who they are.
Jimmy Darmody was his character. That was a shock. Anybody watch House of Cards?
No.
So then Zoe is not going to really mean much to you.
Oh, and someone going back to the Seinfeld one, someone brought up a good point. It wasn't stamps, it was the envelopes. You're right.
And all right, I've got one from the Sopranos. Anybody remember a shocking death from the Sopranos?
The ending.
We still don't know if he's dead.
you don't know, yeah.
He could be in purgatory with the lost people.
Gosh, I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, this one was a shocker. You forget about it. Christopher Moltisanti. Christopher, who was basically, was he Tony's nephew? I think he was. And it was like, you'd never thought that would happen, and that happened. And then, of course, and Roseanne, of course, I told you about.
A texter said, hey, how about Martin Riggs in the new Lethal Weapon show? Yeah, that was just I feel like there's like a true Hollywood story to go on about that show, how it just imploded, like right at the end. Like the two stars did not get along.
Yeah.
They killed off the one guy to make, Damon Wayans happy, and then he quits the show, and then the show's over.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, dude. That show, from what I understand, was really getting good reviews.
It was awesome.
And it just got destroyed.
So I'd say, well, what about Steve getting killed off the BJ and Mig show because his wife just found his bomber's jacket? Very true.
That's a shocking death. Coming up in a future episode.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
We missed you! Come here, kids. It's so good to see you again.
Grandma and I have to catch up. Why don't you play in the other room for a bit?
Okay!
It's good to see you again, Mom. We all missed you.
I'm sorry it took so long. I lost a lot to my gambling problems, but I'm happy to have my life back with you.
We are too, Mom.
If gambling is creating a problem for you, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.